Hey, the peak of hurricane season, September 10th every year. That's when we statistically, looking back at history, have the most active storms out there. But we've got a long way to go. And look how active the tropics are right now. Friday morning, we've got two areas for potential development in the Gulf of Mexico. Then we have Paulette, RENE, and two more systems coming off the coast of Africa. And they all have the potential for development. So we'll likely have Sally by the end of today. Might need to throw in a little bit of Al Green, ride, Sally, ride, right? But let's go through the tracks of these. Now, Paulette's tropical storm right now, it is going to move into a more favorable environment over the weekend for some development, so it will likely become a hurricane, maybe even a Category 2 hurricane. What we need to watch with this one is actually Bermuda. Bermuda is that little tiny island right there. Could potentially come close to Bermuda as a Category 2 hurricane, but it could go really anywhere within that cone of uncertainty as the center of it, but the effects will be felt well outside of that. RENE, on the other hand, is a fish storm right now. It's going to stay a fish storm. It is way out in the middle of nowhere, meaning it only impacts the fish. It's not going to impact any land masses anytime soon. And look at this, the cone of uncertainty the next 5 days moves on a northwest track, and then it kind of loses its steering currents, and it just kind of sits there and meanders around into early next week. So really not focused on RENE right now. When I'm focused on closer to home, though, here we are in Atlanta. Look at this cluster of thunderstorms in the Bahamas. Now, this is going to move across southern Florida over Friday night and Saturday morning out into the Gulf of Mexico, and there it will have about a 50% chance of development into a tropical depression over the next 5 days. Now, whether this becomes a depression or just stays a cluster of thunderstorms doesn't matter. What it is going to do is enhance rainfall chances. And in fact, over southern Florida, they'll be looking at some heavy rainfall to start the weekend. Then as that low tracks across the Gulf Coast, along with a stalled out front, look at the rainfall totals the next 7 days over parts of the coast of Florida, the Panhandle, and into southern Alabama as well. There could potentially be some heavy rainfall leading to a prolonged flood threat as we look out the next 7 days. So that's something that we're watching very closely there. Closer to home, looks like most of the heaviest rainfall would likely stay to our south.